Where is it? Game! Hello! Welcome to the sweet stream. My name is Sugar. I am your host. I'm trying to get this game to show up on stream. Oh, wait. I think I know what the problem is. I did.
It seems to be okay at the moment now.
Okay. Oh, wait. It launched back up good? Am I here?
Yeah, I started to hear back up. I'll see if I can see your channel.
Okay. Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Yay! Okay. Woo! Let me out. Okay.
It's not like the first thing
Maybe. Okay, but the music has to come down. It's very nice taverny music, very nice fantasy music, but I won't be able to concentrate. I'll just be going dum da da dum da 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 dum the whole time. Okay, let's play. Right. But I like even numbers. Is there a 6? There is. Yes.
Once upon a time in a world far, far away,
Okay.
in a realm ruled by dragons and magic. Well, actually, it was this land specifically. Not that far away. Let me start over. Once upon a time, somewhere in Gaia, not that far away, there was a tavern. My tavern. A place for anyone looking for an adventure or a quick refreshment. A place open to everybody. Even jackdaws, I suppose. But I'm not just your typical innkeeper. My drinks are infused with magic to aid ambitious adventurers on their quests. To make sure they always return victorious. Big shoes to fill, I know. Then again, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh. You don't know me very well, do you? Okay, hello. Hi. Yup. Ah, you are Fable. Okay, even better. I guess I should read this, shouldn't I? I'm just here like, reading in my head. Okay, even better. I took a walk around the grove, and then I replanted a mushroom that had fallen over. Then I patiently waited for it to turn into a mushroom monster, or a mushroom mimic, maybe a gnome. Did it? No. But I got to take another walk around the grove. How was it? Great! I got to see the same stones, the same trees. The same amaranthine hydra guarding the entrance to Avalon. The same moss. I even got to water the asters. They didn't really need it, but I was there, so... Sounds very exciting. Who am I kidding? My life is excited as a roasted nut. Nuts are healthy, very thrilling in sauces or as a snack. There are various types of nuts. Walnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts. I'm allergic. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, no worries. I mean, I never told you. And hey, at least something would happen if I ate a nut. Just not something very funny. Anaphylactic shock and all that, does that count as an adventure? No, I think that counts as a mistake. So what you're saying is that you're missing some spice. Oh, no, no, no. I have a very sensitive stomach. I don't think chilies would help me much. Though I'm very good at growing phoenix chilies. I was talking about the spice in your life. Ah, oh. That's what you meant. A little dense, aren't we? Well, yes. Yes, exactly. That's it. There's no chili flakes, no garlic, no dragons. Just a lot of salt. I'm like a bland soup. I'm eating soup, but it is not bland. It is chicken noodle soup with double noodles. Because my body's letting me eat. And I'm enjoying that. So a classic case of boredom, I see. Do you know that feeling? When nothing exciting is going on in your life? Everybody has. Like, life isn't bad, but also not particularly fun. Huh? Well, perhaps you could find something fun there. I'm not into the whole circus thing. Clowns scare me. I always think they have ulterior motives. The way they look at me with their empty eyes and wide smiles. Oh, scary. But apart from that, I'm trying. I tried singing, but what is singing if not the telling of a tale? How can I sing of things if I never lived through anything? What do you mean? Well, day in, day out, I live in the same green soup of routines. You yourself are very green. She's the green woman who lives in a green life. Sure, I have my forest, and I look after it, but I want to get out there and see something. Like, for example... Listen to the song I started writing. I'm not singing.
I'm better enjoying the neurotic bard.
Yep. She is a neurotic bard. Of course it is. That's the point. Finding them enjoying themselves in the water. The sun shining through the treetops, making the stream glisten in fragmented light. A divine beauty. I would love to sing about the exciting magical things I encounter. But to be honest, the most exciting thing in my life is coming to your tavern and discovering new drinks. I love songs, you can write about that. I wouldn't mind a jingle. I'll think of one. Can I mention nymphs? I'd prefer if you didn't. Okay. Maybe one day I'll get to offer them their own jingle. In the meantime, can I offer you a drink? Okay, she'd love one. You want to be with a nymph or be the nymph? Both? Both is good. Both, no, but mostly I want a swift strike. I was wondering... I've been coming to your tavern for so long, and I still don't know anything about how you make your drinks. Could you show me? Yes. How do I summon a chameleon? Just follow me. Okay, tutorial time. We're actually gonna learn how to make drinks. Welcome to my drink mixing nook. That's adorable. Andu? Andu. Baby. So this is what it looks like back here. Hello, Andu. Careful, I haven't fed him yet. Where do we start? Well, usually I start by figuring out what my patrons want. To make sure I don't forget what they ordered, I take notes in my journal. Let's have a look. Oh, you penned my order. I did. If I want to look for specifics, I check my detailed notes. I do keep a log just in case. When I'm sure I know what was asked of me, I browse my recipes. Thank you so much for that hop and hydrate. How are you doing, Silken Coat? Can't you just freehand mix something to see what sticks? No. I like to mix and match for a more varied result, but the right balance is crucial, so I stick to my recipes. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it, and thank you for stopping by to say hi. You and get some good sleepers. When I'm settled on one, I can use the chalk to draw it on the board. What if you pick the wrong one? I can either erase it with a sponge or just pick a different recipe. My ingredients are stored in the 5 bottles on the right. Dexterity, intelligence, defense, strength, and charisma. I think dexterity sounds the tastiest. I had a feeling you'd say that. If I mess up or want to redo my drink for any other reason, I can simply feed my mistake to Andu. Once I'm done, I ring the bell to activate the primordial vortex. Actually, I don't need to bore you with the magical details. Just try making a drink. You got this. So I'm playing as Fable making a drink. Okay, journal. This, which is just 3 shots of charisma. Okay, so... Yeah, hello. Hello? Yep. Where's that? This. Yes, this. How do I add the drink? I am having the worst time here. Yes, this. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing here. The tutorial wasn't very clear on how to dump the drinks.
Bless
No, I don't want that recipe. I want this one. But how do I dump this in here?
I saw.
Yeah, it was there for a second. And then it stopped. There it is. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's all like that. Looks like it's slightly towards this.
Slightly towards that and that. Looks like.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this one.
Yeah.
And I need to go out to that point. Okay.
Yeah. And then the bell, I guess.
Yay! Oh, it actually does teleport. Of course it does. What did you think was happening? I thought you were just very good at sleight of hand.
It's a very, very neurotic bard, and I love them so far.
If I was a bard, before medication. She's afraid of clowns and going beyond her garden, but she wants to, and she was hoping a mushroom would turn into a monster, but it didn't. I see. Well, give your creation a taste. That's delicious. I made that? You made that. Thank you for showing me the ropes. Thank you for the enthusiasm. These adventures you dream of, aren't you scared that they'd be the end of you? Maybe. But how would I know if I never try? Do you actually want to try? Well, yes, I want to tell great stories, but... But what? Never mind. Oh, hi. Yes? How can I help you? A drink. I for you? Right. What kind? Drinkable. Very specific. Thank you. Sure, whatever. Okay, a spookin' heart. Spookin' heart. The little charisma.
So it looks like it's a whole lot of the crown. But yeah, I'm looking at these coupons too. That's the all things.
Oh, yeah, Gatorade, coffee, the banquet meals, and a whole breathe right strips, Claritin, and Propel. Okay, well, the Propel's
And
more
then-
you.
And then milk and taquitos.
Yeah. About to say, the only one on here that you would use is the Propel.
Yep.
You're not getting milk tonight, are you, Heavy?
Well, I'm planning to, unless you want me to use some of this to do that.
No, we could do that on Wednesday. Okay, I'll keep these with. Thank you.
I resaw them. I was like, I better give these to them before they ever go, because I never know when you're going to the store, and I always find out. You got that all over the floor. Thankfully, it doesn't matter.
Good job. Maybe even tasty. Thanks.
Especially when you're right, not your left, because your microphone.
Almost washes away the memories of that banshee haunting the lonesome lagoon at night.
Okay, for a second.
I'm confused. What am I doing? Hi! I was very confused when I was listening to it first. I was like, what? Oh, don't get anything. Hi again. Hi! I'm sorry, it was hard for me to hear.
No, that's why I did that as best I could.
Jittery songs. What is with this dude? And what's with your cape just perpetually being in the air?
It's all.
His angst is keeping it up.
Yeah, I will say. It's the power of Steve Darkheart.
Alright. The birding type, I see. Yep, he really is. What do you think about Fable? Just dreams. Yours or someone else's? Mine. Other people seem to have the courage to follow theirs. Why can't I be like that? Get on Lexapro. Isn't that up to you? I wish it was. My brother says my dreams are a fool's errand, that I'm running away from where I belong. We are rangers, Fable. We belong to the woods, like the stream that ripples down the mountains. Or the birds and the trees. We keep the balance. It's what we're meant to do. Is that what you want to do? Yes. No, not really. I want to experience things outside the safe borders of the forest. I want to live a life so full of adventure, boredom will feel like bliss. I want to be brave and strong. And I want to sing songs about my adventures that many other people yearn for that same freedom. Of course, I could never leave the Ashen Grove behind forever. It's my home. But there's nothing wrong with going away from time to time, right? I mean, my brother looks after the grove, as well as my sisters. I think it'd be fine without me. Then you should do what your heart desires. Let's stop aching then. I think so, yes. What if it's wrong to leave though? What if destiny never meant for me to leave? What if it did? And that would be a dream come true. Be your own genie, Fable. Your adventures start with you. Thank you, Innkeeper. You really are the most exciting part of my day.
Dad, you call my phone so it rings. I can't find it.
Oh, hi. Masculine wolf chieftain?
Not good.
Hi, wolf. Thank you for the bun stretch and the hop and hydrate. Speaking of a wolf. Yes. Greetings, traveler. How may I help you? You own this establishment, innkeeper. Last time I checked. Hmph. With whom do I have the pleasure? Carolyn?
Carolyn.
Carolyn. Care or Lynn, couldn't care less.
Yeah, a little bit.
What can I do for you? Perhaps something to drink? You do the thing with the quests, right? So they say. Do you want one? You can have a look at my notice board. Night, babe. Love you. Howdy, sugar. I am at work, so have to lurk. Also love this game. I'm going to start trying to do this as my solo evening stream game, and I'm going to do Coffee Talk as my next morning stream game, because I believe I'm going to be finishing Bug Snacks tomorrow.
No, skip my lunch when you can if you want, okay?
Huh?
Skip my lunch when you can if you want.
Okay. I love you.
Love you. Sarah.
Love you, Jay. Have a nice night at work. Ugh, no quest for me, but I may have one for you. Or your notice board. Tell me more. Heard of a werewolf making trouble up in Tragarn. Terrorizing farmers, tearing sheep apart, the whole program. A werewolf. That's news to me. Listen, me too. You get loved. Enjoy your lurk and enjoy the rest of your night at work. I hope it goes easy for you. Didn't see one in almost a decade, and that was far south in Erove. Been wondering if it's the same one, just moving up like a nomad. I thought the werewolf hype died along with the one romance novel. Ugh, you mean the one with the vampires? Think so. Nah, that just split society into two camps. Team Werewolf or Team Vampire. Which one are you in, Keep? Werewolf. It is the fur or the peck. Neither. Questionable experiences with the other camp, more so. I'm itching to ask for details. Ooh, you like to gossip, do you? Don't. How about you? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked. Keep guessing. Has anyone ever told you that you could pass as a werewolf? Yes, all the time. At least twice a day. Oh, that was not a good move. Only downside of looking like a wolf is getting mistaken for one. Yeah. I see. Is that why you don't want to take care of the werewolf yourself? Yes. No. I'm just afraid he might look a little too much like my Uncle Dragon. Would feel bad slaying that fella. You know? Hunchback, hairy, crooked teeth. Is that a werewolf or just Uncle Dragon? You can't tell. Same fate befell Aunt Olga. I'm sorry to hear that. Nah, that hag had it coming. Never fall behind your grooming schedule or before you know it, the next wannabe Van Helsing will strike you down with a silver arrow. Do the Van Helsings also hunt werewolves? Don't know. Don't care enough to check. Either way, the southern werewolf, yeah? Right. Anything else that might help others get down with it rather swiftly? Fetch. Pardon me. Should they get into a dangerous situation, they'll just have to start playing fetch. That works. On any dog, trust me. Oh, that's hilarious. Good to know. Thanks, Care. Lynn. It's not that hard. Either Carolyn, Care, or Lynn. Care. Alright, Chief. You got a name, or is it just Innkeep? Just Innkeep for now. Playing hard to get, I see. Well, Innkeep, then before I venture on, you got a drink for me? Of course. What would you like? I'd like something powerful. Something with a whole lot of strength. Don't give me that watered down monk. Okay. She wants strengthy potion. So, this one. Okay. There's 1 point. And then, nope, this one. A drink with 0 water, as requested. Not bad, just what I was craving. Thanks. Where will you head from here? Perhaps back west to the Ashen Grove. Got some business to take care of. What kind of business? Personal business. Care to elaborate? No. But you won't stop asking until I do, will you? No. My cousin claims her crops are being stolen by undead snails. Obviously, I'm pretty sure she's hallucinating. But I did hear some folks complaining about an undead uptick in the west, so might as well humor her. And make sure she hasn't turned into an undead snail herself. Something like that, yeah. It's odd, ain't it? Resurrecting the dead? It's certainly unconventional. That's one way to put it. I think there's not much use digging up the past. It's just gonna open up wounds you stapled shut. Or eat your face. The past haunts everyone willing to listen. Would you mind talking like a normal person? I ain't exactly up for philosophizing. You started this conversation. And I'm ending it. Oh boy. Alright, well then. If you find any more rumors for me or need aid, don't shy away from coming back. I'm more of a lone wolf. Don't do groups, but sure. For more work, I'll be back. I'll be waiting. Speaking of rumors, you know how to turn them into proper quests, right? Don't want them to go to waste. Okay, I was getting written down in my journal so I don't forget. Smart. I think the best next step would be sorting the matching snippets on your quest page. Just drag them over and make sure they're all from the same quest. Otherwise, you'll end up confusing adventurers. Once you're done, select the quill of yours and it'll be written up. Got it? Got it. Thank you for your help, Care. Put it on my tab. That's not how that works. Good night to you too. Alright then. Let's assemble this quest. Okay, so Volk and Carolyn. Okay. No. This here. Oop. This here. Okay. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh. Feeding Anu. Andu. Instead of undo, it's Andu. Prelude to bravery. 58th of the wake. Oh, yaboo. Fable. What do you have there, Fable? I found this on your notice board. It says a werewolf is sterilizing Tragarin. Is that true? It is indeed. Have you sent anyone after it yet? Maybe that hooded guy from yesterday? Not yet. What kind of hero are you, looking for? One who knows their way around difficult terrain, woods even, preferably one who is good with a bow. One who tells me they want the quest. I am good with a bow. Yes, Fable. And I know my way around any woods. I know, Fable. And... Hello, Fern, how are you? You know I can't read without my glasses. This is very small font. We're just gonna have to sit here in silence for 5 minutes because I cannot see without my glasses. I literally am blind without them. I cannot see. So here we go. I'm blind for 5 minutes. So, in the meantime, y'all can stare at Fable and her nervous face. I'm gonna sip on some soup. And give a little update on life. I cannot see what you said, Burn. But, for those who do not know or keep updated on my Twitter, I am now on Lexapro for anxiety. Today was my 4th day of the half doses. Tomorrow I start taking the full. The side effects have been a little rough. Each day's been getting better. The soup I'm eating is the first larger meal I've been able to get down in days. Yesterday I only ate a fruit cup. So yeah, it's a journey, but I already feel improvements to my mental health. So yeah. I really do believe this is going to be a good thing for me. I wasn't sure because it makes me very sleepy. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to be up for streaming, but I took a nap earlier today and I'm still sleepy. Don't get me wrong. I could go to bed, but I'm good to stay up till my normal time. Plus, it's wonderful. I have Dash home all week to help me get adjusted to this. So, yay. But how's things, everybody, going on y'all's life? I'll read about it as soon as I'm able. Someone redeem something and I can't tell what. I will get to everything once I can read again. But yeah. I'm drinking water, which is very unlike me too. I really wish y'all could really understand how blind I am without my glasses. Like, this is Velma levels of blind. Dash has my old prescription. To put in perspective, a little over a month ago, I broke my glasses. I talked about that on stream too. And when my glasses broke, my husband desperately tried calling around to various places, including a place that typically offers same-day lenses. Well, he calls them and they're like, yeah, we can probably do that. What's her prescription? And my husband reads off the first thing, which is like -6, and she's like, I'm going to stop you there. We cannot do anything that specialized that quick. So I ended up having to get them ordered anyway. And I have them. They're sitting next to me. They actually have very, like, pretty, like, clear indigo frames. Indigo-y, purpley kind of deal. That probably was one of the other pieces that amounted to my stress. I've had a lot of stress over the last, like, 2 months. That's why I'm now on the Lexapro. Because, yay, panic attacks and the fun, all that fun jazz. So, it's just been, it's just been a lot. Okay, so, alarm's off. I can put back on my glasses. Over, like, okay, where were we? Back up here. I'm eating chicken noodle soup. We have a, hello, Haitian Saluna. Let me, is it Slime Buddy? Yeah, Bunny Slime Bunny. Gotta get caught up. We went past it. There we go. Okay. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It'll do. You're alive. Water good for the soul. I've drank more water in the last 20, like probably 4 days than I have in the last 6 months. What's left of my shift. Okay, Wolf, enjoy your last couple minutes, Dim. You've been sick enough to see the Big Bang. Yeah. I have been dealing with a lot of stuff. The whole house has, the whole gang here, on Sugar's side. And, I did not realize how much of a toll it was putting on me. And on Friday evening, I had a massive panic attack. And, it's been a recovery since, but I'm okay. We're doing good now. It's just, it's been a road, and it's going to be still a little bit of a road. So I'm glad for all y'all being here and being patient with me. Okay. And maybe I want the quest. Just maybe? No, not just maybe. Since yesterday, all I've been able to think about is you telling me to follow my heart. And then I step into your tavern and the quest practically jumps out at me and I think, hey, there's a start for an adventure. It's near a forest. You know forest. You live in a forest. And werewolves are basically just normal wolves, but slightly scarier because they are also human, but you've talked to humans before. Me and this girl have a lot in common. Sorry to hear, Sugar, and you know, I am always here. I know, I just, I don't like to burden other people. I'm sure a lot of you out there understand that feeling. It's not a burden, and I understand it's not, but I don't like to. And you got silver arrows for your birthday last year, and they're just collecting dust in your room. And I thought I could ask you if anyone had taken it yet. And then I didn't think that far ahead. I see. Or rather, I did, but then I thought, what if I take the quest, then I have to go on the quest, and I have to fight the werewolf, or talk to the werewolf, which is worse, because what if the werewolf doesn't like me, and what if when I try to shoot it with my silver arrow, I miss and shoot a tree instead, and then the tree would be mad at me? Yeah, me and this, we have a lot in common, me and Fable. But it wouldn't really matter because I'd be dead because of the werewolf. That took a quick turn. So maybe I should put the quest back. Fable. Yes? Do you want me to tell you to take the quest? Maybe. My favorite character so far is the wolf chick. Yes! Fable is singing some purpose. I can't make this decision for you. Neither can I. Whenever I have to make a difficult decision, it's like I freeze in place. I understand that too. And suddenly, I'm unable to move until someone makes a decision for me. Like a slime. A frozen slime. A frozen slime that can't move. I've met slimes less anxious than you. You've met slimes? My tavern is open to everyone. Oh, right. What do slimes drink? Water. More slime. Bones. You sell bones? Only to slimes? Maybe you'll be able to add my bones to your menu soon. You'll just have to pick them up from the forest floor. I think I have a hard time convincing a werewolf to give up free bones. Why are you so anxious, Fable? In general? I think answering that would take up more time than we have to spare. About taking the quest, it seems to me that you want to take it, but you're trying to talk yourself out of it instead. Oh, well, I do want to go on the quest. Werewolves may not be the best muses, but would make a good start for a song, right? The prelude of an epic, Fable, the protector of the woods, the world, the worms. The worms. They seem like they need protecting. But every time I think about embarking on a quest, and I start to think more deeply about what might happen, all my bones start to shake and I feel dizzy. Is there something making you feel like you might fail? Aside from the bloodthirsty werewolf? We don't know that it's what it's thirsty for. It might prefer orange juice. It might... Well, heroes have history, right? Brave feats they can look back on to prove their bravery. Inspirational adventures to remind them of the light in the dark. I have the opposite of that. Great mistakes and epic regrets. Like the Mary Morgan incident. Or my first encounter with the Amaranthian Hydra. Or the reason why nobody wants to spend time with me. Because I'm unlucky. I'm unlucky, and wherever good things are supposed to happen, I ruin them. No matter how easy things might be, nothing seems easy enough for me. Imagine there's one nail sticking out in the whole kingdom. Everyone would pass by it, except for me. I feel this to my core. I'd get caught on it and rip my coat. Did that happen once? Once? I wish it had been just once. Mm-hmm. It seems like my life only follows the path that's the most embarrassing. Or dangerous. Or dangerously embarrassing. The curse of ill luck follows me wherever I go, like an adventuring companion who secretly wants to kill you. No one wants to hang out with someone who naturally attracts bad things. You're too harsh on yourself, Fable. Am I? See, just last week I wanted to gather fresh flowers. The daffodils are blooming, and they make for a nice bouquet, you know. Or hair accessories. They always calm my anxiety when I have them around. But me being me, I confuse them with their evil twin, the Weaking Amaryllis. Now guess what I spent the whole day afterwards doing? Weeping. Like a baby, all day long. When I plucked them, they released their spores and I started crying. I suddenly felt all the sadness of the world rush over me. I've never been so heartbroken. I'm sorry. That sounds horrible, Fable. It was. Between the tears and the sobs, I managed to make a tincture out of hogsweed. It eased the pain, but the tears wouldn't stop until dawn. I'm so silly sometimes. Yes, the Mary Morgan incident. Didn't you hear about that? Oh, thank I, didn't get around. It was my very first adventure, the chance to finally escape from the daily grind. What happened? An adventuring party was on their way, passing through the Ashen Grove. Due to the Sylvan spirits, it gets fairly foggy at night, and the fog bears great danger to anyone who isn't acquainted with the spirits who call it home. So they wanted guidance from from a local ranger. A merchant up in Tregarn recommended me. I agreed to help, of course. My first adventure. Yay! I was so excited, but also very, very nervous. So, of course, it had to go wrong. I think it was the nerves. Why were you so nervous? New people! Seasoned adventurers! One stronger than the next, all in shining armor and armed to the teeth. I wanted to leave a good impression, but my bad luck got in the way. How did it go wrong? I felt their condescending glares on my back as I walked them through the woods. Of course, I didn't know whether they actually glared. But my fear got a hold of me and I led them astray. I must have blacked out. I've never got lost in the woods before. But this time I did. I couldn't see well. There was blood rushing in my ears and I felt dizzy. So for some stupid reason, I led them along a path no one should ever take. Past the riverbanks of Silvermere, home to the Mary Morgan. You know the Mary Morgan, yes, the wrathful spirit that's known to drown men. Not sure if she really differentiates between genders, though. For some stupid reason, I led them right into her arms. I got scared, and in the end, they had to save me. They fought the creature, and we finally found a way out when dawn broke. And the fog ebbed away. I couldn't look at them for the rest of the journey, and I silently bid my farewells when we reached the other side of the Ashen Grove. I was too embarrassed to speak. I'm sure I'm still the laughingstock of every one of their gatherings. How am I ever supposed to set foot in the adventuring world again? To be fair, it could have been worse. I could have led them right into the arms of the Wyvern Chimera that resides in the Quag Mangrove. They say it has a taste for adventurers. But you didn't. But I didn't. First encounter with the Hydra. Well, just a day after it arrived to guard the portal to the Dream Plane Avalon, I wanted to be polite and neighborly, so I brought it some homemade biscuits. I burned them a little in the oven, but I thought since it has fire breath, it wouldn't mind. So I approached the Amaranthian Hydra, and I have this whole speech prepared about how I've been looking forward to having it around, and how its green scales match my hat. But it was so tall and intimidating, I forgot all about what I wanted to say. and I just set down the biscuits and smiled awkwardly. I looked at my biscuits and then at me, and it said, "By the rivers of the stars stands a man who reads the firmament's past." Yeah, I really think she knew. Some things are as sturdy as the gilded ice. Some things as changing as Leviathan's sea. All chimeras hate mice. All hydras love tea. I thought to myself, wow, the Amaranthine Hydra has given me a riddle. A quest. Maybe this shall be my first adventure. But I couldn't figure out the answer, so I left. And I tried to solve the riddle for 3 days. I was too ashamed to step in front of it again, lest it know that I was not worthy of its wisdom. But then I couldn't take it anymore, and I ran back, apologized, and begged it for the answer. Turns out, that's just how it speaks. It wanted tea. Did you get it, son? Yes. Then you completed its quest. 3 days late. If it had needed an antidote, it would have died. Wood halves are about as useful as an antidote when you haven't been poisoned. They change nothing. Adventurers don't come tied up in neat, mistakeless bows. Your mistakes are part of your story, Fable, no matter how hard you try and shame yourself for them. You do? Yes. I don't care much for Fable the Flawless Hero. I don't think their stories would be more interesting. Fable the Messy Adventurer with a heart of gold and endearing personality, on the other hand. Great non-guy might even be my favorite regular. Don't tell anyone else I said that. I won't. Thank you, Inkeep. And because I like you so, I'm going to keep giving you free advice. I hope so. What do you have for me? You seem to be very insecure. I think that's the biggest problem here. But how can I not be, when everything I touch falls apart? You know that isn't true. You're right. I am a great gardener. Everything grows around me. But I seem to just get smaller. Except zucchinis. I can't figure out how to grow those. So in a way, I'm like a zucchini. I'm insecure because I don't know what I'm capable of. Yeah, turn yourself into zucchini bread. You'll have to find that out then. Like, on a quest. Yes. For example. Don't you think I'm a little underleveled? Do you think that will change by sitting around? I guess not. Someone has to help those people, right? What if I don't, and then no one else comes around? What if I'm the only chance they got? But what if I'm not? What if there's someone better? The best thing you can do is try to help them. So what if another adventurer swings by and they're able to make the situation better? Isn't that a good thing? Four hands are better than two, and who knows, you might even end up forming a party. Oh. And besides, if it's a perfect hero they want, they'll be waiting forever. I didn't think about it like that. Maybe I shouldn't decide to give up before I even try. After all, I am a very fast runner, so if I screw up, I can just run away real quick. That's the spirit. Okay, I, Fable, a great gardener and, future hero, charmer of nymphs, am going to embark on this quest and save the villagers. And I shall return victorious. Did I do it right? Yes. Good job. I leave the quest in your capable hands, brave adventurer. Would you like a drink to aid you on your journey? Yes. Do you have something that can make me more nimble and quiet so that the werewolf won't see me coming? It's a lot of dexterity. To fight, I'm going to need the surprise round bit. Diplomacy. Perhaps it's just hungry. after all, and it only needs a pep talk and a hug. Maybe we can even be friends. Charisma for that. Yeah, don't freaking put a lot of pressure on me. Backseat mixing. Okay. I want her to be able to... Hold on. So... I want her to try and befriend the werewolf. Oh. Too much. There we go. Okay. Okay, so it's... Okay, let's try it. This should do it. Thank you. I feel much better. Braver. Farming. No, wait, that sounds like I'm tending to a farm. There are a lot of farmers in Tregarin, and I'm going to protect them all. Looks like... Exactly. Or talk to them until they feel better. I'm sure they could use that too. I just hope I don't have to fight anyone. No, I'll be okay. Because of your help, I'll be able to take myself out of any situation. Thank you again. I think this trait gave me the courage I need to get started. You got this, Fable. I'll try. Have some faith in yourself. Okay, I got this. Much better. Oh, I almost forgot. I was thinking about how much your words helped me yesterday, and how I have to thank you properly if I ever did end up taking a quest. So I brought you some Phoenix chilies from my garden. They seem to be something you might enjoy. They possess natural magical properties. If you plant them in the right soil, they can grow to be fire resistant. And consumption can pass that on to mortals like us. Exactly. I thought they might go well with your drinks. They will. Thank you, Fable. It's very thoughtful. Since I'm waiting for another shipment of infusions in a few days, I'll take a look at them all together later. Oh, of course. I'm glad you like them. Maybe I'll order a drink with some next time. But first, I have to complete my quest. I'll see you post-victory. I hope Abel will be alright. I hope they don't run into a clown. Or maybe they should. They could become friends. Fable the mighty hero and their best friend, the magical clown. Doesn't that sound good? Oh, hey, it's you again. You again? Me again. And who are you? Someone who wants a drink. What kind? Drink. Yes, I get it. Could you try being more specific, please? The Spook and Heart one tasted fine. Thank you. One, two, three. Oh god, sugar my legs. Why? What happened? A spooky knot, just for you. Maybe we'll help you find more words. Good attempt. Perfectly drinkable. Might make me come back for more, might not. Thank you. Enjoy. Charming. Oh, hi. Oh, okay. Careful, you'll step on my cape. Oh, shush. Greetings, travelers. How may I help you? Took a 2-week break of no running because my dog was my running partner and he hurt his paw. Now my legs can barely do 2 miles. Oh. Look, not another one of those empty babblers. That's what they all say. Seems they've given you some more dialogue options than most, but that don't convince me just yet. I'm sorry, I don't understand. So now I am forcing them to get back to my old self. Oh, be careful, Fern. Course not. Probably forgot to give you enough intellect. Would surprise me if there actually was a brain inside that skull. I'm sure there is. Have you checked? No, but I can assure you I'm different from your average background character. Sure. I must agree, you look much more delicious than they usually do. Thank you, though I should let you know I'm not on the menu. My goodness, you got slime bits all over you. Don't worry too much about him, he's a tad quirky. I see. The thing on your shoulder, is it quirky too? What thing? My cape? You mean the slime? Your cape? That's not his cape. The grain fell on his shoulder is an ooze, or what's left of him. And the rest of it is on you. Aye, pretty tough to clean off. May I ask how that happened? You just did. Maybe I can offer you two a drink in exchange for the story and your names? Yes, I love stories. Well then, may I have your names? No, but I shall tell it to you. I'm Sir Alphonse Louis Frederic Donquet Dusong. It's long for Kyle. 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 Well, Kyle, what kind of drink can I offer you? Blood. Or, if you're out, I would also settle for something that tastes like blood. Or looks like it. Red is my favorite color. I'll look for something with red in it. Then... some almost blood for you, sir. It do. Oh, thank you very kindly. That looks delicious. It also tastes delicious. Very live. Maybe as a chaser, you could let me have a bite? No. Okay. And to whom may I offer the second drink? Bria Frostgrip. Nice to meet. Yeah. Skip. Just serve me something strong. Something that feels durable, tough like a mountain. Or the caves of Ur. One of those frosted lagoons looks close enough. Coming right up. Frosted Lagoon. So apparently I'll be able to add peppers at some point. Don't know why I can't do that yet, but... And then... Frosted Lagoon! Coming up! A taste of her, just for you. Valued customer number 2. Oh, you're hitting the placeholder text. Let me try. I see you're many things, but not a liar. Tastes like a pile of rocks, just how I like it. So Rhea, Kyle, what about the ooze-filled story? Fine. Guess you've earned it. Okay, picture me, deep in the mountains of Dolvermer, with my trusty axe and a good drink by me side. There I was, minding me own business, digging for the good stuff, you know. Hit a gold vein earlier, and deemed myself the luckiest dwarf of all time. Had a real big old pile of gold. Then suddenly this big ooze comes along and slurp. Gone it was. Welcome home, Wolf. This is a very boring story. Perhaps we could go look for my cape now. It's nearly sunrise. And? The sun kills ye? Oh, right. Did the ooze also eat the cape? Yes. No. Oh. Anyways, I wouldn't call myself the best warrior, but when the ooze slurped me gold, I had to do something. That vampire is a moon. I know, very dramatic, boy. So I took me shovel, and dug and hit and dug and hit until there was nothing left of the ooze anymore. Well, almost nothing. So, did you dig out your gold? Silly food. She dug out me. And guess what he was clinging on to? The gold. Oh yes, a big gold nugget. Should be enough to get me to Baruvia. And perhaps could even get me a dandy new cape. I don't think so, Sunshine. We had a deal. Ah, we did? Please allow me to ask the question, what was the deal again? I get you to Baruvia so you can participate in your fancy vampire banquet, and in return, I get the gold. What about my cape? Where did you last see your cape? Don't even bother. It's a lost cause. We looked everywhere on our way here. Fought cursed chests, many-eyed monstrosities, undead goons. And I started to wonder, where in his life did this man put his cape? Where everyone puts their cape. Do you know where I put my capes? Where? In a wardrobe. Oh. So you can wear it inside the wardrobe land? What? No! Kyle, maybe we could find someone to retrieve your cape for you. We could? Phenomenal! I could put out a quest for you. But for that, we'd need a little more information. Good luck with that. First, I need to know where you last saw your cape. I was getting ready to go to the annual vampire banquet hosted by Lord Strut in Baruvia. While getting dressed, I realized I couldn't find my cape. My first thought, of course I cannot find it. The cape of invisibility is playing tricks on me. It's quite moody sometimes. Which is truly unfortunate when you want to wear it for an important event. We all know how important a fancy cape is for flaunting your vampire status. Of course. Then what was the last vampire event you wore the cape to? My wedding. Your wedding? When I married my sweet Evelyn, I simply had to wear my most treasured cape to show how important she was to me. Evelyn, the fair Countess Evelyn, residing in Morrow Castle. That would be her. Congratulations. Are you still married? Oh, of course not. I hate her. Every inch of her body. Turns out she just wanted... Spit it out, leech. Oh. What? My cape! Ah, rats. Here we go again. My sweet Evelyn stole my cape! What now? That little mean, vicious, beautiful beast, her, that thief of thieves, robbed me of my most precious possession. Wouldn't that be your heart? No! I had to take it out centuries ago, but my cape, I would never live without that. Oh, sweet, sweet Evelyn, how could you do this to me? I trusted her with all I had. That's rough, buddy. Perhaps, innkeeper, that's your name, right? No. Oh, my dearest apologies. What is it then? I don't think it's time for that yet. Names are valuable currency after all. For some types, indeed. But you mustn't be mysterious to a new friend. All my friends call me innkeeper. In that case, I shall not disrespect your wishes. Well then, innkeeper, do you think there's a courageous adventurer out there brave enough to retrieve my precious cape for me? I'm afraid that my sweetest Evelyn would kill me on sight if I ever set foot in her villa again. Yes, I think we can find such an adventurer. We're setting up the search right now. So, where could a brave adventurer find Morrow Castle? Deep dive the piss of abyss of dread at the foot of mountain range that looks like a witch's bosom. Towers the mansion of my dear Evelyn. Queen of Darkness. Temptress of Men. Flamenco champion of 1467. The right hero should be able to outsmart her and escape with their life. But be wary, she bites. And she may be very visible now. Alright, I think I've got everything I need. I'll write a request for you, or I'm sure you'll have your cape back in no time. I hope so. That reminds me. Another cursed monologue. Innkeep, quickly, another drink. I don't think I can make it through another tale of woe without some artificial stamina. I need another lagoon. I'll see what I can do. Lagoon. Come on, pour it. Some liquid stamina for the valued guest. You got it right again. I might even last till dayfall with this. Hi, would you like another drink as well? No, I couldn't drink now that I am consumed with thoughts of my love's betrayal. Oh, it ails me so. Everything ails you. The whole way here you were complaining about having to walk. My bad form doesn't work like it used to. I'm out of practice and the slime weighs heavily on my shoulders. And my back is all itchy. By the dragons, could it be because you insisted on sunbathing? Oh, alright. Innkeeper! Do you have a drink to protect me from the sun? Perchance something that could also moisturize my delicate skin. I'm afraid not. Oh. That reminds me, my Aunt Matilda used to harness the power of chimera saliva for sun protection. A chimera? A thing, feast made out of several animals. Got 3 heads and all, made by a dragon. Gargaya like to eat people for breakfast. Ooh. I'm aware, I just didn't know its saliva could be so useful. Ah. If only I hadn't eaten that delectable bear chimera in the Scarlet Caves, I could have asked it for a sample of its saliva. I'm sure that would have gone over well. Actually, I might know where to find one. Really? Will you get it for me then? No. Oh. Oh, Kyle. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Miss Frostgrip, dearest Rhea, perhaps we could alter our deal? Oh, nay, forget it. I ain't going. With nothing on me but a shovel and ooze scoop, I'd be no match for such a... You locked Nan out!
But the name was outside. The name was outside.
He locked the Nan out!
Why?
With nothing on me but I'd be no match for such a beast. No problem. I can make another quest for my trusted board. And when will it be done? Trust me. Tell me, when can I walk among mortals in the glistening sunlight once more? As soon as the fearless ruler picks it up and succeeds, especially that part. Splendid! Did you hear that? A quest just for me. Let's leave it at 2. The innkeep, while we wait for someone to do his work for him, do you perhaps have a room or 2? Possibly a room without sunlight. Wouldn't want Snow White to go up in flames over here. Sure thing, I've got a couple of barred up rooms. You can stay there. How much? You can pay when you leave. Grand. Seems like they gave you more personality than usual. Keep it up, maybe you'll become a real girl one day. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. You too, tasty creature. Yay! Alrighty. I'm going to temporarily take this moment to go and do my meds. I will be back in about 15-20 minutes. I will see you all shortly. I'm going to save though. Okay. Be back shortly.
One BRB.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, I am back. Maybe? There we go. Got it off the thing. Okay, so I have to assemble now 2 quests for these guys. So... Amir's hatred for mice is a universal truth. Or maybe it just rhymed with ice. Who can say? Okay, so... No. Let's see here. Let's okay, yeah, the Chimera. Chimera. Thank you, Wolf! Countess Evelyn. Looking for his cape. He seems a bit confused. Wanted to go for a stroll in the sun. The undead seem to be haunting the west. Problem. Banshee haunting a lonesome lagoon. Wailing song that will shatter your bones. Hopefully Hyperbole. But of witches Wrath Peak resides. Evelyn. Invisible threats. Okay. Chimera. Evelyn. At the foot. Hey there, Evelyn. Warning, a senile vampire came to look for his cape of invisibility at the Wayfarer's Inn. After steady questioning, then uncovered that he lost his cape at his wedding, where his ex-wife, Countess Evelyn, stole it from him. She resides at the foot of Witch's Wrath Peak, Finching's Peak, and dare to retrieve the long-lost cape, but be aware, she might be invisible. Okay, then this one. Thing it stands a chance against the girl and capture the sun. Chimera saliva apparently source, and Mathilda a vampire. Raven resides, beware, you might be on the menu. Until sunrise. Deep in the quag mangrove resides a wyvern chimera. Wyvern chimera. Its scales and claws are a vulnerable treasure to an alchemist. Its saliva, even more so as it happens, a certain vampire might be able to use the rest saliva to produce a sunscreen so effective. I hope I did not get things mixed up. I might have. Okay. I might have messed that all up because of the state I'm in. We shall see. Feed Andu. Clean up, blow out the candles. It's the next day. Act 2, the Wayfarer's Inn. 3, new friends and former enemies. 59th of the wake. My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to some Fey crystals and frozen pine cones. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Oh my gosh! So... Innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. It's good to see you, Care. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you. I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. We're not? So, you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. Then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. So I do owe them some of your dishwater at the very least. Family feud? I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. No, it was a feud. I feel like feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was gonna kill him. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. But no one died.
I don't know a ton about this game, but I do know that that wolf lady there,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people refer to her as mommy in this game.
The thing is, I straight up thought that was a man. Thought more masculine because I just saw the bicep.
Yeah.
And then I focused on the face. I was like, no, you a lady. Now I feel very, I don't know. Hi, you pretty.
Yeah, they were very much like, mommy?
Yeah, I can see that. No, Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this perchance have something to do with your quest? It does! I stopped her from killing the werewolf! Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think she's confused because the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. And now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember you saying you didn't want the quest care. I didn't. Was there by chance... They were both stealing sheep. Was not. Sure was. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep. Mind your own business. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about at the beginning? Right. I was born on the half-crescent dreaming moon. Oh my god. I'm not this bad. Of the quest, Fable. Right. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I didn't know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of Tragarin right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out around there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually. A little. Back to relatable. I mean, I reckon I could still see more than a human could. Rude. But dark is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God. You're already weird enough. Imagine the damage you do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was going to eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and I stepped out of the shadows and I said, "Good evening, werewolf, please put down that sheep." I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Or an insane one. Maybe both. It worked, didn't it? Because I ain't no werewolf. He wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, please put down the sheep. And she asked, why? And I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked, who are you, a guard? And I was about to introduce myself when we heard the blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and then pierced it with a horrid yell. Please. It was barely a bark. And it made the blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I barely dared to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf. Yellow gleaming eyes. Gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Carolyn and the werewolf were on the ground fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So, you went to Fable's aid. No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue, checkered, and an uneven pattern, or an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff Uncle Dragon likes to wear. That old bleep! Hey, why can't I say that? Bleep? What the bleep? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Bleep! Ah. Anyway. It was dressed like Uncle Dragon. Smelled like Uncle Dragon. Fought like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. Haven't seen the old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. I love how it's the sound of thunder. I know! That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle, but then he changed. Became irritable and angry, distant, fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did his own family. Eventually just left, ran away, without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind, worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. So I was gonna kill him if I ever saw him again. Always thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you chalk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both of their heads. My hand was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dragon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. It was. Wouldn't have stopped for them. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could stop two angry wolves? Oh, well, anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out that Mr. Dragon and Carolyn and the miscommunication feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that after Mr. Dragon was turned, he was too ashamed to admit it. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we had known, we'd have helped him best we could. At the very least, would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened, though. So he decided to fix the problem by leaving, deal with it alone, and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course, he was too embarrassed to come back, so he just focused on the whole werewolf thing and not any human things. Or Bukakin things, so to speak. Trying to find a cure. Trying to avoid the moon. Trying to find a place to sleep. Stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness. And the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. But they had to talk about it. That silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that. That little stick is oddly persuasive. Had us talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. It'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first and apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his gut. Wonderful. Of course, it's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with a cure, he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure wouldn't change what he'd done. That he'd have to accept he's different now and learn how to live again. Of course, it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. That sounds like a bunch of blah. It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dragon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of an adventure is just the beginning of another one. Exactly. I'd like that. So after your therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together. Got offered to spend the day at the settlement. But they don't serve anything strong enough for my tastes. Plus Elfie was dying to get back here. Let's talk about how they need to update you on everything nonstop. Would think they would live here or something. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started grafting something with the werewolves. That's something about it being for you and keep... Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Oh, well. So, a drink? What can I offer you? The price was something that fits my brawn. By which I mean, make me the usual strength never gets old. Yes. There it is. 1, 2, 3 parts red. Or 3 parts strength. 1 part ha. 1 part death. Surprise! Not bad. You should do this professionally. I do. I'll think about it. Babel, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? Maybe even bring some of my agility back? Night, morning, sequence of events. 1, 2, 3. Could you please put this? Thank you. And then, yeah. Okay. So straight. Oh, didn't mean to click on that. Here you go. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. I like how the drinks look. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're going to pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Carolyn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count as payment for your help with the quest. Fine. Later, Elfie. See you later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything is still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Man, she fast like the wind, yeah? Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your first quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was good at pretending to be charming. Fable's back! Yes, Fable is back! You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. You think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. Ha, you're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I would just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Carolyn first. Belle'll be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Even if it would make for a good song. Or a sad one. Or both. I'm going to head home now. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Angsty booty guy? No? Hey, yeah, oh, his hood's down. Good evening to you, too. This quest, it wasn't here yesterday. That is correct? It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. Okay. You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to that castle to get that cape. I mean... Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet, so if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes. It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whisperings, of a strange, fiendish woman residing there. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? No, not recently. But she has? Once. Had a vampire mixer. Interesting. She was only here at night. Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask. Sure. Yes. We guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really, all of them. Yes, she has a lot of werewolf traps set up, but all animals seem to steer clear of Marrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her footstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Or for a goth. Goth or vampire, she seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Or you're not worthy the coins you pocket. Also, stealing a man's cape is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Point is, if you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed, you must live with the consequences. The consequences being you. Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows and the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with the cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, other treasures, whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little bit. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair. Stealing a whole chair sounds like a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. I'd prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are still a bit empty. Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to the tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat little addition to my interior design. Sounds like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No. Too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformations of great magnitude. Allow you to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Secret. Secret. I have many. Grant me one. I shall. I know this may come as a shock to you, but I was here before, just yesterday. You may not remember because you barely noticed me in the shadows. I noticed you quite I was so stealthy, I spent hours just watching you from afar. Creepy. That is definitely a secret. You cleaned a lot of glasses, served everyone with a smile. You looked so worried about the adorable green one left. After the adorable green one left. Like you thought they might trip straight into a monster's maw.
The neurotic part, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. And you're swift with your hands and fast with the knife. Alright, enough secrets. You may have one of my renowned drinks. And some of my renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was fine labeled to unpack them. Infusions? Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? For your purposes, I think you could benefit from either some fake crystals or a frozen pine cone. The frozen pine cone has absorbed some of nature's icy properties that can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The fake crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually, and for a bit, the duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature, so I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs are near my neck. Though that does sound appealing. Strength I can do. And some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To outstealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in shame of having lost against me. I think such an approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. And some invincibility would help with staying unseen should my speed and agility not be enough. Help me with this decision and keep your wisdom is no secret, is it? Okay. I am going to do stealth route because he is a rogue type. So. Use different ingredients than usual. I should make sure to keep an eye on the coaster shape so that I mix the correct recipe. Maybe I should even try adding an infusion first and adjusting the drink from here. Let's give it a try. Okay, so we want the fake crystals. Okay, that. Oops. Nope. Ain't that it? Right? Why is it empty still? Nope. Yeah, that's only to the first one. No, that's not it. Nope. We still have to do. Hold on. Do I still have to do it like the 3 parts? Like it has to be entirely full? Oh. Hold on. Oh, okay. I think I see what I did. I only need this. There we go. Because the purple crystal... Okay. I see now. There you go. A drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite. That's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something and keep. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. Did you hear about my new drink, the garlic breath? Ha. Huh. Good one. It tastes like, not garlic, but just as fearsome to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. That makes 2 of us. Hopefully this will help me evade her. I'm not prepared for a fight, but I won't need one if my stealths are as swift and quiet as the wind. As if she can't see me. Goodbye, Innkeep. I would say pray that the sun will carry me back to you, but my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. If you do not, speak of vengeance. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. Or for a bitter end. Hey! Care. Quest taken. I'll take this quest and a drink. Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep? How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. Was hard to get up. Of course, my apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? Think I already said that. Make me something strong that will wake me up. And keep me up too. This is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Maybe I should call this drink the Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it as my turn to make conversation. I miss Fable. Isn't it a bit too soon for another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. I am getting angsty. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. That is a wolf chick. That is wolf mama. Her biceps could crush you, though. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call the quest in the slightest. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen couldn't get more reckless than that. Woo woo woo! Bunny girl flirting with wolf lady. My bad. I could be taking Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire. Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Huh?
Did you see what Frosty's little reel about Rogan?
No. Okay, hold on. Rogan Breaker. Steam powered VTuber? Sounds like a recipe for disaster. Scared cat this anime love or game enthusiast adventure to avoid with friends. Well, then it's fine in the days. Tune to find out. Wow, Frosty Tools nailed you. That's like Zingbot level of burn. Damn. Also, if everyone just did their own quest, the quest economy would be in shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Y'all used my own it doesn't, it makes it of itself. It's automatic, yeah. Indeed. Have you ever encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking. Ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Wouldn't be if I was. Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians by the protectors of the realms. So, stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You do a piss-poor job. Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay, nervous. Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement. Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Ah. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one, or to survive one. They seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? It's less about the guardian, more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes, modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragon heads? They're cool. Also, when I was little, my baba used to tell me bedtime stories about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encountered many of their creations on her journeys. Not sure if it's true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them and all. My sword's one of them. Passed it on to me before she left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Like to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. At least she left our savings alone. The sword and her stories are all I have left of her. Going on the quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about a wyvern chimera? No, was the only kind she never encountered. Had quarrels with some feline ones, different varieties of scales, even a cow one, I think, but never found a wyvern one in all her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her the story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I make for a good baba, but I do enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. They're so They're fascinating creatures. Very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. Used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. Her, believe it or not. But yes, she is built. Hello, Za. How are you doing? I really do. Yeah, she could just simply go over and freaking, like, just put him in an arm lock and just smush. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about their wings. I ain't a priest either. No, I did the same thing at the very beginning. I think there's been many who has. But yes, she's just a very buff lady. Besides, I'm a warrior. Don't do all that magic bleep. Why not? I like my sword and my muscles. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone, not even dragons. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so. Does that mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Care? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help. It's repayment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some incredible infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright. What can I get you then? I reckon a little bit of a boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be too hardy for its bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoyed a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart it with the right play. But I'll need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it all on a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of phoenix chili would make you fire resistant. Kept to be very useful in a fight. Dragons. You're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one is enough. Either you mix defense with your wind chilies, or you go heavy on intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. I don't care which one you pick. That's your job, figure it out. Boink! I already know I'm doing that. Boink! Defense. Boink! Okay, so we need... Wait. That wasn't the right one. But I need this one. That one. Okay. Defense. Figured it out. Thanks. Feeling tougher already, and dangerously close to catching fire myself. Think I could almost take on a dragon like this. Let's stay grounded. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. The sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But when has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear your exploits upon your return. Feed Ondu. Brush the floor. Blow out the candles. Close it for the day. Act 1, the Wayfarer's in. Day 4, Starlight Sonata, 60th of the wake. I don't think we're going to get all the way through today, but we'll try. Hey, Innkeep. Hey, Chrissy. Long time no see. So true. I've been pretty busy this hatching season. A lot to do? Yeah. The birds seem to be in a slight uproar, like something is amiss. Just can't figure out what. Animals often have a sixth sense, you know. Chickens are still saying, no matter what world they're in. They do indeed. Anyways, hand over a drink, will you? Of course. What'll it be this time? Something for the wits again. You know me well, too well, I guess. There's the curse of being a regular. Eventually I'll have you all figured out. I hate to disappoint you, but you're wrong today. Am I now? Yes. I'm quite confident in the capabilities of my mind and wits. Of course. So, what I'll need instead is something to protect me from weather or foe. So I'm steeled for any situation. That makes sense. I'll see what I can do. The fancy drink. That's that one. No. Okay. Liquid steel, just a bit more digestible. This is exactly what I need for my trip. Where are you headed anyways? Oh, to the island of Boris. I want to reconnect with some friends at the annual Boreen Art Convention. Isn't Boris difficult to reach? Not exactly a place known for its population. The convention is especially for creatures like sylvan spirits, trolls, and the like. They'll all be electing Scariest Monster for the next issue of Screech Magazine. That sounds exciting. It'll be a sight to behold for sure. But do you know what I'm most excited about? Nymphs? No. They're pretty, don't get me wrong, but definitely not the reason why I'm going to Boris. That'd be Fable's reason. You're so right. If you do happen to meet a nymph, greet them for me. Sure. Now that I know what I'd be excited for, how about you? The geysers in hot springs, especially around this time of year when the mornings are still a bit chilly. Is that a parrot she has? It does look like a parrot. And the sun tickles the sky on the horizon. That sounds lovely. I'm sure those things will be nice muses too. Bet I'm bringing an extra set of paints this time so I don't run out again. I mean, Fable taught me how to make some from flowers and berries, but brewing flora is unsuitable for things like that. Seems like you're well prepared either way. Absolutely. How are the birds doing apart from being in distress? Well, the cinnamon green sheep conures are growing up to be such a lovely bunch. I can't wait to release them back into the wild once they're strong enough. With your kale, they'll be ready in a heartbeat. I'm guessing you're taking Ruby and Merlin along to the convention? Of course. As for the others, I obviously can't take them with me. But I asked Fable to look after everyone. In exchange, I'll teach them how to grow zucchini. Speaking of which, I wanted to leave my keys under their doormat. Sorry for the short stay, but I gotta hurry or else I'll miss my boat. It's quite the walk to their treehouse. And you don't want to have to compensate me for that, do you? I wouldn't mind, but I also don't want you to have to be late for your convention. Well then, so long and keep. See you soon. Fable! Good evening. Good evening, Fable. Did you have a good day? I did. I visited Mr. Dragon and the other werewolves. Told them about Karen's quest in the Wyvern Chimera. Oh, so you heard about that? She told me before she left. In case she told me some things to pass on to Mr. Dragon that I can't repeat here. I think she's happy he's back. I think so too. Did you have tea with the werewolves? Of course. We had a grand time together. I mentioned how much fun I had with the moon signs. So they taught me more about the stars and their hidden meanings. Which stars? Both sets. They specialize in Cassiopeia. You know, the night sky constellations on the astral plane and all. But they have one astrologer who knows a lot about their reflections in the pools of the primordial sea. I like Fable and her would be a cute couple. Oh, Fable and, Hair? I thought that too. And she promised to teach me about that too. I can't wait to learn about the sea mirrors, echoes, and distorts the constellations. That's how she pitched it. Exciting, right? Very. That's what I thought. Well, what is it, Fable? I may or might not have finished that little gift I was talking about yesterday. Or rather, that Carolyn was talking about. You know, the little keepsake from my time with the werewolves. I think she is. Yes, I recall. A reminder of my very first successful quest. I just didn't know if you... I like trinkets. Oh! What is it? It's a piece of embroidery of a constellation. The werewolves taught me how to do it. While astrologer told us stories and myths about the stars and their twin reflections, I imagine it to be a constellation from a faraway realm. I call it the Little Dipper. Using a lot of imagination. Who knows? Maybe there's a world out there with this exact configuration of stars in the night sky. There is, actually. There might be. Maybe the Little Dipper is a part of our larger constellation. A bear, for example. A bear? I think you might be the one dreaming something up now. Most likely. Are you fond of the stars surrounding us? I do like to watch them from time to time. Oh, really? Do you prefer the stars of the astral or the primordial sea? Primordial. Really? Somehow that fits. Your magic reminds me of it. A mere coincidence. You'll have to give me your birth date soon, so I can calculate your birth chart. If that's okay with you, of course. It is. I'll write it all down for you. That's great. Thank you. I think you may be double jackdaw. Are you? We'll see. We will. Until then, care for a drink to wind down? Yes, please. Though I will still have to make the rounds around the grove later, so something that will keep me awake and agile would be nice. You think you know me well enough to guess what I might need? I'm already on it. I already know. Oh, that's not the right color. Yep. Thanks, Andu. Swift strike. There we go. That's a lot of Mountain Dew. Here. Thank you. This is delicious. You always know what I need. I think you may also need a break, so maybe stay a while before heading back. That sounds like a good idea. I'll just idle here a bit if that's okay. Always. Enjoy your rest, Fable. Thank you. Oh, hello. Greetings, Innkeep. Greetings, Kyle. Greetings, green creature. Greetings, Mr. Vampire. Oh, how polite. Are you enjoying your drink? I am, thank you. Then I shall leave you to its inspiring aftertaste. Innkeep, say, did you move your inn by any chance? It took me hours to find it. I did not. Are you sure? I believe new alleyways may have formed themselves around your establishment, with winding paths and dark corners. Anything could be hiding within them. Like a vampire. No, silly snack. I don't need to hide. Except during games of hide and seek. I am very good at those. Maybe the inn wanted to play around with you. Perhaps, but I underestimated my skill. As a 3-time hide and seek world champion, I would never lose to such a youngling of an inn. It's not that young. The wood isn't even rotting yet, dear innkeep. It still has many eons ahead of it. I like the sound of that. As a celebration of a match well won, may I offer you a drink? Yes, I think that would be well deserved. Has that delicious blood of yours made it onto the menu yet? Not yet. Shame. Then I shall have some of that faux blood again. Please, it does make my bones feel more sturdy. Some faux blood for your bones. Enjoy. Ah, this is perfect, innkeep. Yes, fake blood. The only thing that could make me happy would be drink lovingly. No, you're not going to be drinking from my vein. Keep dreaming, Count Dracula. Speaking of dreams, how is the reveal of my cape coming along? Swimmingly. Well, actually, I think there's very little water involved. I wouldn't be so sure. My dear Evelyn has a beautiful pond filled with long-toothed spine guppies in her courtyard. It's her pride and joy. I would hope no one is swimming in that. But I have sent someone on your quest. I'm sure he'll return soon, and you and your cape will be reunited. Marvelous! Speaking of inseparable teams, where's Rhea? Oh, she's taken the day off. She demanded vacation time, so I said she could choose any day, and she chose today. I was going to also take a day off and spend her vacation with her. But when I wanted to follow her to the market, my sleeve caught on fire, and my hand and my hair. So I was forced to stay back due to my allergies. The weeping amaryllis pollen is very bad this time of year. And the sun. The sun is also very bad for vampires.
Art survive.
Is it? Yes. Right. I need sunscreen. It is in the works. Did you get to see the market later? I did. It was beautiful, colorful, and full of music that would make anyone's heart dance. But I couldn't find her anywhere, so I felt a little lonely. Luckily, I managed to make a new friend in no time, very tall and brooding, just how I like them. I inquired if I could try on his dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. But he said if I tried to take it from him, he would turn me to ash. What a jokester. Dark armor of swirling shadow and onyx bone. Yes, a true connoisseur of fashion. He's just visiting, he said. He had some great crepe recommendations. Plum crepes with ash sprinkles. Yes, they tasted they tasted deliciously dead. I see. I hope you enjoyed your evening together. We did, though I feel like he asked something of me I promised I would remember. Perhaps he wanted my cape. Many people want my cape. Perhaps. But I would have never agreed to that. It is my cape, after all. Maybe he wanted my pasca recipe. Is it good? Very much so. Then I'd like it as well. Oh, yes, you. Me. He asked me about you. Me? Yes, said he's an old friend of yours. He was very curious about how your inn is doing. I sang your praises, of course, so he asked me to deliver you greetings. Congratulations on a well-run establishment. How did he phrase it? Deliver my congratulations of faux peace your precious innkeep has found in her house of denial. Very poetic, if you ask me. Very. If only I could remember his name. Does my description of him ring any bells for you? No, I'm afraid not. Too bad. He must be an old childhood friend. Maybe you went to school together. I heard many friendships are formed in such halls. Maybe. Do you want to tell me more about your time at the market? Most certainly. I found the loveliest trinkets. Like a little stuffed bear with a tiny raincoat and a crescent elder moon necklace. I found a gorgeous sun charm as well. I bought it for Ria as a welcome back from vacation gift. That's very sweet. Your friend bought a delightful raven figure with eyes of starlight. Please don't call him that. We should never deny our friends, even if we don't remember them. I don't remember any of my friends. Alas, I still love them, even if their memory lives on only in my heart. Anyhow, he said it was a gift to himself to celebrate the dawning of the month of the astral moon. Oh, I love Cassiopeia so dearly. She is the most beautiful month, is she not? A haven of starlight reflected in the primordial sea below. Only once a year is she this close to us, and only then for a short period of time. To me, she is the harbinger of yearning and of change. I wonder how we'll change this month. I hope to be more capeful and sunscreened by the end of it. Maybe even a little less alone. What about you? I like the way I am. I wouldn't say no to stocking up on more ingredients. Ah, the refusal to change is dangerous, innkeeper. Change always comes to those who deny it most. By the end of the astral moon, we shall no longer be who we once were. Thank you, Za, for the bun stretch and that hop and hydrate. I appreciate you. That sounds like a threat. By no means. Maybe it promises mourning, but maybe celebration also, could it not? For example, my dear Ria hated vampires when she met me, and now she likes me. True change can occur before the stars change, it seems. You are hard to dislike. Oh, how sweet of you. As sweet as my blood. I have a lot of it. I would hope you do. And it runs warm when people are kind to me. In all my millennia, kindness has always made me the happiest. There is nothing greater than friendship, don't you agree? And nothing more fragile. That makes it all more precious. That reminds me, I forgot a crucial part of the message. Our dear friend stranger told me that he would like to see you again. He said, what was it? Don't think too hard about it. Ah, of course, the letter. The letter? The polite young man gave me a letter to deliver to you. What a sweet gesture. I shall pass it on to you forthwith. Thank you. And you are going to open it? No, I don't think now's the right time for a letter. Not enough moonlight. But wouldn't it be kind of romantic, longingly dwelling in the memories of a friend? It would go so well with the fireworks. What fireworks? I have no clue. He said he hopes you'll enjoy them. Fireworks? Doesn't sound lovely. I hope they aren't part of a private event. I think that would be difficult to do with fireworks. I don't mean to interrupt, but what is it, little fawn? Look outside. I think fireworks have started. Oh, how beautiful! They're falling from the sky. Hello, the fireworks. Sparkle on! I love this man. Those aren't fireworks. They're stars. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna... Can I save here? Yes, I can. You heard the achievement unlock? Okay. So that's where I'm going to end here, guys. So I can get off to sleep. So I can get my kids on the bus. I will be back tomorrow morning with probably the last of my Bug Snacks playthroughs. Wednesday, I will be probably doing Coffee Talk, starting that off in the mornings for an hour. And then Wednesday night, I should be back with Rogan for more Pilgrim. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Za, Wolf, everybody, for coming by. Rogan. Soluna, I know I saw you up in there too. Anyone I miss, I'm so sorry, but I appreciate you all for being here and stopping by. But yeah, that's the preemptive schedule over the next couple days. We're taking it kind of as a day-by-day basis with the medicine. So yeah. Thanks again, guys, so much for tuning in. And as always, I love and appreciate you all so very much. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye!